Hello out there everybody, welcome back to another AOG Lifestyle video. Today's video is going to be about AOG Lifestyle. Well, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the armor of God. It's something we say in almost every video, or at least at the end of every video we say, and make sure you keep on the full armor of God. Well, eventually I knew I was going to make a video about elaborating on what we mean when we say to keep on the full armor of God. Why is that so important? Today's video is going to be all about that. Okay, if you've made it this far, you've at least went past the intro, you've watched the cool little swirly things and says the armor of God, all that good stuff. Well, if you want to see more for us, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and share our content, because we're constantly growing. Our Facebook page seems to be growing the fastest. We have almost 800 members, and I'm totally blessed to have that many members just on Facebook. But YouTube is a little harder to grow sometimes, so we just ask that you share our content and stuff on the Facebook, on Instagram, whatever it is. We appreciate your help. But let's go ahead and jump into talking about the armor of God. Okay, so first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about what the armor of God is to me, because it may be a little different from person to person. But whenever I wake up every day and I know that I am trying to put on the full armor of God, I want this armor because it fends off the devil. It fends off the sin, the self-doubt, the shame, all that stuff from past mistakes, the worry, all the things that this world is going to make you think about each and every day, all the temptation that's going to be thrown at you every single day. The armor of God is what you need to fight this off. And if you don't believe me, that all this stuff is going to be thrown at your doorstep, if you don't think that the devil's not going to tempt you, I'm going to read a passage out the Bible that absolutely explains what the devil is out there doing right now, today. So let's go ahead and read it. Alright, so we're going to be in 1 Peter. It is going to be chapter 5 and verse 8. Listen closely, because this should be startling for some people. And remember, this is why we have to keep on the full armor of God. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." That sounds kind of scary to me. Well, it would be if I didn't have the full armor of God anyway. That's why we got to keep it on at all times. And, you know, some people could view this armor as being simply being saved. And in a sense, that's a huge part of it. But that's not all of it. Having the armor of God, once you are saved, the devil is still out there prowling around seeking souls. And what better way to win those souls for him than to keep a child of God acting just like the rest of the world? That's why it's important, my friend. Not only for ourselves and salvation, but for the people around us. If we don't keep the full armor of God on, if we're not careful, we're going to look like everybody else. And the devil's work is cut out for him. If we look like everybody else, it's easy for him to just gather more people. Sometimes if we let ourselves be a tool of the enemy, we are his greatest tool. Because if we go around acting like everybody else, then why do they need God? They see us suffering, they see no joy, they see no peace that only God can give, so why do they need God? We have to be that example. But that's not all. Having the full armor of God is all about a relationship with Him. And I say that because I want to allude to the next video that we're going to be making. And the next video, I'm going to talk about how I personally ensure that every single day I'm putting on the full armor of God, because, well, number one, I want to fend off the devil at all cost. He's always out there prowling like a roaring lion, just as the Bible says. But number two, and it's very close with number one because they go together. They're almost one and the same. Not only do I want to fend them off, but I want the people around me to see who God is through me. And the best way that I can do that is putting on this full armor, putting on the armor every single day, so that I look more and more like Jesus every day. Alright, so that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, but most of all, I just want to encourage you to be mindful of putting on the full armor of God each and every day, because it is so important. But if you want to know how to better do that, just watch the next video I make, because I'm going to go over how I put on the full armor of God every day. And just like we say in every video, be sure to put on the full armor of God. And I hope you have a blessed day.